I said, yo, what's up, everybody? I'm Amber. This is Amber's Logic. Got a new video for you today. Milwaukee Bucks trades, rumors, and news. Live edition. Before we get into it, you know the spiel. Comment, like, subscribe, and share this electrifying content with the people. Before we even get started, friends and family, can we just be happy we got a win today, friends and family? Can we just enjoy that the Bucks won a game? I was tired of getting blown out and being embarrassed. I don't care if it was the Utah Jazz, Bucks Nation, friends and family. We won. Finally, it's been a long time to just get a win. Sometimes let's just be happy that we got the win. And that's in spite of KPJ being out. We wish you a speedy recovery. Giannis on minutes restrictions. We found a way to get a win. It wasn't pretty, I know, but it's still a W. And to be honest, it's not out of the realm for us to still make the play in with the Charlotte Hornets struggling right now. So I think a little bit of positive vibes should be in the air. Every win matters, no matter who's it against. You guys did have some extremely entertaining comments in the comment section during the live about this game, and I get the frustration. I get Cam Thomas not playing, only playing 6 minutes. I get the frustration with the rotations. What we need to look at from the positive perspective as a fan base is that we know that one of the biggest proponents of us not playing well will be resolved in the offseason, and that will be the retirement of Glenn Doc Rivers. That by itself will change the complete dynamic of this team. You see players like you saw my man Ryan Rollins like the post Doc Rivers retiring. So you already know that there's definitely friction in the locker room, and definitely the team is no longer responding to Glenn Rivers, which we already knew. But just the little things we're seeing is confirming that. Nonetheless, we got a win today, y'all. And like I said, I want to emphasize the play-in is not out of the question. Even with how poorly we've been playing, we're still the plan is not out of the question. Obviously, we need to be healthy. We need to play better. But all in all, we're still not out of it, Bucks Nation. I do want to say that we're not out of that. We're not out of the playoffs yet, especially with the Hornets struggling. So I just want to say, just believe, just believe. We don't know what's gonna happen. I know that we don't have a lot to kind of believe in as far as the offense, as far as Doc. But maybe the players can get it together. Hey, we saw Gary Trent hit a three today. You never know what could happen. That's all I'm saying. And let's just enjoy a victory by the Milwaukee Bucks at home, especially since we have a very short turnaround time where we're going to play the Orlando Magic tomorrow also at Fiserv Forum, the house that Giannis built. So let's enjoy the win, friends and family. I'm gonna let y'all get busy. I know y'all got a lot to say. Especially, I know a lot of people are very frustrated with Cam Thomas only getting 6 minutes. I am as well. I'm not sure what Doc is on, but the sooner that he retires, the better for this team. Because I feel like the entire excuse me, friends and family. Hold on 1 second. I actually feel like this team is actually visibly frustrated with Doc Rivers as their coach. Y'all let me know what y'all think. But I think the team looks visibly frustrated with Doc Rivers. He's not doing anything. In the sneaker community, you look at that clipboard he got is dead stock. Y'all know what I mean? That means not even used. It's not even used. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. I can't believe how he sabotaged this team. But let's keep the positive vibes. Let's get into these numbers. We'll get to the lines. We'll shout the people out. We gonna get it cracking. This is crazy. Bucks with a double-digit win at home, 113-99 against the Utah Jazz. We did hold them under 100 points. Regardless of how it happened, we held them under 100 points. We played well in the first quarter, holding them to 13 points. Then they got busy in the second quarter, scored 31, and then it was kind of nip and tuck for the rest of the game. And then in the late third and fourth quarter, Bobby Portis finally showed up. Bobby Portis really helped us kind of build that lead late because he didn't do anything the whole game. I don't think he scored until almost the end of the third quarter. Then he started heating up in the fourth and really helped us get this win along with AJ Green hitting a couple three. I mean, damn, AJ Green, Jesus. You I've never seen a good shooter miss so many wide open threes, but then hit all the contested threes. The way he is just very interesting. Very interesting, AJ Green. Very interesting young man. Anyway, Utah Jazz lose. Filipowski at 14, Cody Williams with 13. Keontae George is a volume shooter, and I thought he got a lot of gift free throws. 4-17. He did have 22. Ace Bailey at 9. Bryce Sensabaugh had 17. I mean, we struggled with this team, and they shot 34% from the field. 24% from the 3-point line. What kept them in the game is the refs willing them into this game with the free throws, 25 of 29 for 86%, 53 rebounds, 23 assists, only 11 turnovers, 7 steals, and 3 blocks. Giannis played 27 minutes, 27 points. 0 for 2 from the 3, 9 of 15 from the free throw line, 9 rebounds, 8 assists, only 2 turnovers, 4 steals, plus 23. I thought Giannis played outstanding in limited minutes. I thought Kyle Kuzma had another great game, 18 points, 6 to 12, 3 of 5, 3 of 3 from the free throw line, 2 rebounds, 5 assists, plus 7. You know what? Kyle Kuzma has really been solid for us this year. If we move on from Kyle Kuzma, I think that at the very least he's raised his value back up. At the very least, Kyle Kuzma has raised his value. He looks like a solid NBA player again and a person that can really help your team. I'm not saying I want to get rid of, but if we do, at least we'll get maximum value because Kyle Kuzma is playing very well right now. I also thought Ousmane Dieng played well. Was poised, 9 assists. Like I told y'all, he can distribute the ball. 11 points, 4 8, 3 of 6 from 3, 8 rebounds, 9 assists, 2 turnovers. Ousmane Dieng is different, y'all. I keep telling y'all, once he really figures out and gets a teacher and a right coach, Ousmane Dieng is gonna be cold for this team. We just got to make sure that we retain him. He's one of the main people I really need us to maintain, because that's like a lottery pick. I forgot who said it in one of the previous. Ousmane Dieng is like getting a lottery pick. Real talk. That dude got real game. Miles Turner with another pedestrian performance. 8 points, 3 rebounds, 0 assists, 0 turnovers, 2 blocks. Ryan Rollins of volume shooting tonight. He played 40 minutes, and I thought he took a lot of bad shots. I believe Ryan Rollins, I mean, he did have 8 assists, but he should have had a triple double easily if he would have just made a little bit better decisions with the basketball and maybe made that extra pass. But he was aggressive. He led the team in shot attempts, 5 of 15, 3 of 9 from three, 11 rebounds, 8 assists. He did have 4 turnovers, 1 steal, 2 blocks. Bobby Portis did a lot of work in the second half and really allowed us to separate late with 18 minutes. He had 12 points, 5 of 8, 0 for 2 from 3, 2 of 2, 4 rebounds. He did have 2 turnovers. Pete Nance, 14 minutes, gave us 5 points, 4 rebounds, no turnovers. You know how Pete Nance do. Jericho Sims played decent. 30 minutes, 6 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 turnover, 2 steals. AJ Green, 21 minutes. I did also like AJ Green not starting today. I thought that was awesome. He played 21 minutes, 7 points, 2 of 8. I think that's where he should be, about 20 minutes a game. That's about as much as friends and family can tolerate. I think is 20 minutes. And then you got Cam Thomas that played 6 minutes, which is insane to me. I need clarification on the lack of playing time for Cam Thomas, because why would you not put the microwave in the game? Like, that just that's crazy to me. But the Bucks shot well, 48% from the field, 34% from three, and we really shot terrible from the free throw line. 16 of 28 from the free throw line is unacceptable. You're professionals. 16 of 28 is crazy. 48 rebounds, 33 assists, only 11 turnovers. Let's commend the Bucks on that. It wasn't pretty, but they found a way to get 30 assists, and they only turned the ball over 11 times, which allowed them. That was another big reason they won this game. 7 steals, 5 blocks. The free throw shooting was really ugly. Like, that was crazy. They were just tricking free throws left and right. Obviously, rebounding is continuing to be an issue. They were clearing us on the boards 2 and 3 possessions at a time. So 13 offensive rebounds. We got a couple with 7. We cleared them in assists. Turnovers are fairly close, but obviously we giving up 20 points off of turnovers. That 7 point swing obviously helped them in the game. Points in the paint, we actually dominated for once, 42-28, so that was good to see. And we just gotta win, y'all. It wasn't pretty. I know, I get it, the frustration, and we wish the offense would run better. We wish that we would move the ball. We wish a lot of things would happen, but at the bare minimum, friends and family, we got a much needed win at home. Let's just be happy about it. Let's be happy. Some people play well today. Kyle Kuzma looked good today. I know Miles Turner's a problem. I'm hopeful that with Miles Turner is just him coming back from injury, because he can't be this bad for 30 million. Because that is a huge investment for him to be playing as bad as he is. Like, that look crazy out here, crazy. And then, like I said, tomorrow, y'all, we spinning the block again. We got the Orlando Magic, so we gonna see what happened. But I want to talk before we talk more about this game. I do want to talk about the Doc Rivers situation. I did post something about what was that, yesterday, about Doc Rivers. Well, per Screaming A. Smith, that Doc Rivers will be retiring at the end of the year. Is that now? Do you guys feel more comfortable with what's going on, knowing that's why Doc Rivers didn't get fired, because they didn't want to shame him or kick his back in on the way out if he was going to retire, and just let him go out on his shield, even though he's looking like a mook out here, but let him go out on his shield? Do you guys feel better about that, or do you guys still want to remove this man, even though he said he's going to retire at the end of the year? I want to engage in that. And if you do feel like he should be removed? What is the point at this late stage of the season to still remove Doc Rivers and just instead of letting him play it out? So I'm gonna look in the comment section. Y'all let me know what y'all think, because I'm interested to see if that calms you down. Does that make you feel more confident? Confident now, like, okay, now I know we going in the off season getting a coach. Maybe now that'll help Giannis stay, since we'll have a new coach and an actual system. Things like that. What is the impact of Doc Rivers stepping down on this team? Let me know in the comment section. Let me see what up in here. Daddy Commander, what's good? Derek Stevenson, what's good? Trina, what's good? Pickle Luke, I see you. BKC, what's good? Robert Brooks, Deadtron, I see you. Appreciate you. Mr. Cole, the living legend. What up, Trina? What up, Bibby? Appreciate you tapping in. Eliza, what's good, man? Gibson Nicholas in the building, what's good? Appreciate y'all tapping in. Dre West, my dude, what it do? Make sure y'all hit that like button. Mr. 414 in the building. Appreciate you. What up, Patricia? Mia Kim in the building. Queens of the chat in here, what's good? Salute to the queens of the chat. What up, Pronte? Janet MOC. What up, Greg Delaney? I see all y'all in the building. Appreciate y'all tapping in. Ryan Love. What up, Scales? Appreciate y'all. Jeff Riley in the building. Hey, that's our Shams, y'all. Jeff Riley, our Shams in the chat. Shout out to Jeff. What's good? Appreciate y'all. Get to this comment. Say, what up, Monolando? What up, James? Saw my boy James at the game. Salute, James. Had to chop it up with James for a minute at the game at halftime. Salute. Appreciate you tapping in. What up, Lewis? Let me see what y'all talking about now in the comment section. Let me see. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Janet. It doesn't make any sense to, like, fire Doc at this point if he's going to be stepping down at the end of the season. My thing is, they should have let this be known a long time ago, because it made no sense why this man was still at the helm. It made no sense. So at least now there's some clarity. Unfortunately, it didn't come from the organization, and it's coming from Screaming A. Smith, which I don't like. The organization should have come out and said that. They should have had some type of presser, and that should have been known, instead of it coming via Screaming A. Smith. I don't like that. That should have been something the organization let be known, not Screaming A. Smith. That's crazy. Get to the comments. No strays. Let's see what the homie No Strays talking about. Hold on, y'all. What up, Jonathan Hassel? Appreciate the $5 super chat. Starters should be GA, Cools, Jane, KPJ, and Sims. Interesting. Everyone else can come off the bench. That would be a good bench with less reliance on Portis. Facts. Interesting. Y'all let me know what y'all think of that lineup in the comment section. What up, No Strays? Our favorite op. Appreciate the $4.99 super chat. Congrats to Doc Rivers for his promotion as Bucks GM. Now get the likes up for the return of the king of Milwaukee, Jason Tatum. Oh, No Strays. Knock it off. Knock it off. Let me see what else going on here. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Having a little technical difficulty. Give me 1 second, y'all. There we go. There we go. Hold on 1 second, y'all. There we go. Hold on 1 second. Had a little technical difficulty. My bad, y'all. See what y'all talking about. Pickle Luke said he will retire. He did not for sure say that, but he definitely will. Yeah, no, he said that. No, he's going to retire, bro. He has to retire. And he's going out crazy, too. He's going out crazy. Hey, Bibby said he doesn't deserve the courtesy. He should be fired regardless. Hey, you can't do people like that. You can't do people like that. Come on, man. Come on, man. That's too far. That's too far. Come on, bro. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do him like that. What up, B-Shack? Yeah, exactly, B-Shack. I believe that he'll be stepping down. I 100% believe he'll be stepping down. I don't see why he would want to come back under these circumstances. What up, Brett? What up, Brett Zonnershine? Salute. That's a fact. That we don't got to give up that 10 million. That is true. That is a great point, Brett. With him retiring, we saved $10 million. Great point. Great point. That is a great point. That's another positive about him retiring. We don't have to pay him. That is great. No, Rondo said he don't want to coach right now. I don't, like I said, I think Rondo's focusing on his kids. I think he wants to be around professional basketball, but I don't think he wants to devote the time that it would take to be a coach right now. I don't think he wants to do that right now. I'm not saying he won't in the future, but I don't think he's looking to do that right now. That's my whole point, Monolando. Why wasn't the front office telling us this? Why is the media doing this? Why is it a third party telling us of what's going on with our team? How? That doesn't even really make sense to me. I'm trying to understand the science behind it, and it doesn't make sense. That's crazy. That's crazy. But at least I think that's positive. Doc can go on and play golf because Pat C probably about to retire this year too, so they can get back and be two peas in a pod and go golf and talk about how they ruined the Bucks. Because I am very, very, very excited to move on from Doc Rivers. But the thing is that we need to understand, and us being excited that Doc Rivers will be stepping down, we need to think who is going to be the replacement. Who is the right coach for this team? We have a ball dominant superstar. What system do you run to best utilize what he does best? Because I don't think that Giannis is going to play off the ball. I don't think Giannis is going to do none of that. I think for him to be the way he wants to be, he's going to have the ball in his hands, and we're going to have a coach that is going to be able to facilitate an offense around that. Because that's just the way that this is going to work. I know y'all in the chat, and I hear y'all, and I understand. Oh, he need to work on the mid range. Oh, he need to play in the post. Oh, ain't none of that happening. He playing how he gonna play, and it's gonna be him at the top of the key, controlling the basketball. Love it or hate it, that is what is going to happen. We need to have a coach that understands that's just how it's gonna be. How do you make an offense run with him having the ball almost all the time? That's the truth. We need to be real. I watched him today, and I'm just watching over time. I was like, that man ain't trying to play off the basketball or do none of that. He's just not going to do it. Y'all can be mad, say what you want in the comment section. That's just from my observation, how I feel. I don't think it's reasonable to ask him to start shooting mid ranges. I don't think it's reasonable to ask him to play off the ball. I just don't think he wants to do it, nor will he do it. So I think whatever moving forward happens in the offseason, it needs to be number one understood that that man is not playing off the basketball. And if he does, it's for very short stints. That's nothing that you can rely on. If it happens, it happens. But we need to be understanding with Giannis as on this team, the ball goes through him. Period. I'm gonna look in the comment section, see what y'all think. But that's my personal opinion. I don't think Giannis can play without the ball going through him. I just don't. I just don't see it. I really don't. I'm just trying to be real. I'm not trying to be negative. I'm just trying to be real. That I just don't see it. What up, Bleacher? Appreciate you tapping in. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly true, Janet. So that's why I'm hoping he retires. That's what I was saying before. We would save that 10 million, which would be dope. Hey, what up, WFSO? Salute. Appreciate you, bro. Who would y'all want as coach? Do you guys want to use a retread coach or somebody that has no coaching experience? I actually want someone with no coaching experience to keep it real. I want a fresh set of eyes. I don't know if I want any of these retread coaches. I think we deserve fresh eyes. No strays. Hey, that's fine. If he want to sit in the background, that's cool. If he want to be the lead, hey, he know where he could come. We'll take Sam Cassell off your hands if he has the stones to actually want to be a real coach and not no assistant coach, and he want to step up. he got an opportunity over here with the Milwaukee Bucks because I would hire Sam Cassell as our head coach. That's a player. That's somebody I would hire. I would definitely get Sam Cassell. I think he would be perfect. I definitely think he would be perfect. Yep, agreed. Agreed. Salute to King Kwame. I don't know if I want any of these other coaches. I'm gonna keep it real. Let me tap in, Mr. Cool. I don't know if I want any of these other coaches. I want a fresh set of eyes. I'm not gonna hold y'all. What up, Mr. Cool? Appreciate you tapping in. Shout out to the living legend, Mr. Cool. We got a win today. We're hearing rumblings of Doc Rivers stepping down at the end of the season, which would save this franchise $10 million. And I think now we can see the light at the end of the tunnel if that's actually going to happen, and this shade that's been over this organization will be removed and sunshine will again be appearing over Fiserv Forum with with Doc Rivers stepping down. What are your thoughts today's game, and what do you think moving forward, Mr. Cool?
Well, he uh, he needs to just step down now. He's going to step down. I'm not interested in him waiting because we need a new voice. Period. Even if I understand the $10 million and if we fire him, but I really don't care about that because they shouldn't have hired him in the first place. That wasn't the right coach. So it's going to cost the owners $10 million more that we get rid of him. The sooner we get rid of him, the better. This team needs direction.
Mm-hmm.
We make so many of the same mistakes. The only reason we won tonight is because they were so bad. Those
Oh,
guys couldn't shoot. They couldn't throw the ball into Lake Michigan. I mean, they were terrible. And that was the only reason we could get the win today.
100%.
I mean, they got all their key players out, so they're playing with a bunch of who knows what. And they already, first of all, you're the worst team in the league, and then you playing the worst players against the worst team. So we can't help but win this game. I mean,
They were, yeah,
we better win this game.
but it was a struggle. I
And,
mean, I gotta be honest with you, Mr. Cool. At the game, just talk like it's just hard to watch how we play basketball. There's no rhythm. There is no anything. It's just so random what we're doing. And then on top of that, another detriment to this team is these rotations. When you got the wrong people out there at the wrong times, it also that compounds the problems we have when we don't have the right players out there. He still in 3 years hasn't figured out how to put like any type of continuity with the
that's right.
rotations at all. And I think that throws us off as well because if you have the right people in at the right times, we would look a little better. But you're throwing in all these random lines and they just aren't meshing. We're losing leads and we're getting blown out due to it. And I just don't get it. And I just feel like it's really detrimental to the psyche of this team.
Well, I saw two interviews that I want to comment about. I saw Ron Harper on a podcast, obviously this point guard that played with Jordan and Pippen with the Bulls. He said because of Jordan and Pippen and the way they practice, our practices were harder than the games.
Mm-hmm.
Then I hear in an interview Doc Rivers say 2 days ago, we had a good practice, but it was short. So, in other words, we're not going to work hard. We're going to do short practices. No, you need long practices and hard practices because it transfers into the game. You can tell that's why we make so many mistakes because we don't work hard enough when we do have a chance to practice. For him to say that was just like, boy, you just need to get out of here and make that
Right.
statement.
He doesn't get it. It's like he doesn't get it.
I mean, we make way too many mistakes for you to sit here and say we had a short practice and you bragging about it. But it was a good practice, but it was short. That tells me you don't even want to be there. That's why I want to get rid of him. Now, I'm not interested in wait. I know you guys said it. Wait it out. No. I'm going to go against the grain here. I want him gone as soon as possible. Let one of the assistants fill in because the team needs a different voice. They just need a different voice. And he's at that point now where he's not helping the team at all. Everybody, so many people to check and complain about the mistakes that Ryan Rollins makes, and he makes a lot.
I
He
agree.
does, but that's just lack of direction. Because one of the things that Doc says is our guards got to get into the paint. Our guards got to get in the paint. Well, sometimes sometimes you get in the paint, you get in trouble, and you get in traffic. What you want to teach Ryan is that maybe you can pass the ball on your way to the paint. He holds the
Right.
ball way too long. Then he turns it over or gets trapped and he can't find anybody. You don't have to be into the paint. That's obviously that's the goal. Penetrate into the paint and kick it out. Penetrate into the paint, kick it out. That's a great philosophy. I got no problem with that. But you may not always be able to do that.
That's true.
So if you're on your way and you can't get there, dish it sooner. One of the problems of Ryan Rollins is he holds the ball too damn long. Get rid of the ball. But that's just coaching. That can be worked out in practice. Easily if you just emphasize it over and over again. He's just such a bad coach and so bad at communicating. It shows up in so many ways with our team. Like you just said, this changing of all the lineups. Nobody knows their role. Nobody knows who's going to start. Nobody knows who's going to play. We have no backup point guard. And if Giannis don't run the point tomorrow, we'll get blown out of here tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Because those guards will kill Rollins. Because those are guys they will get up in him. Orlando got those good on-ball defenders.
Correct.
And they will be all over him. And without KPJ, we're done. We have no other backup point. So Giannis is going to have to play the point tomorrow.
Especially since Doc, for whatever reason, is refusing to play Cam Thomas. I don't know if Cam Thomas might be hurt. He's dealing with something. But 6 minutes is inexcusable for someone of Cam Thomas's offensive talent.
Well, I will probably disagree with you guys on that one too. I'm not feeling the Cam Thomas quite like that. I'm just not. I watch closely how he plays. I'm just not. I just don't see the team player that he needs to be too. I know he should score, and that's his goal, and that's what he wants to do, to score, and that's what he's here to do. But you got to still take good shots. And if you're in a position where you can't shoot it, you got to give it up. And he gets swallowed up too easily by the defenses too much. So I'm concerned about that aspect of his game.
Okay.
He's got to do other things. But again, that's a matter of how you teaching him, how you directing him, how you showing him what you want him to do. That goes on in practice. You just can't throw people to the wolves like this. This is why this guy has got to go. And really and truly, maybe our best game of the season was the game he wasn't there.
When
I look at the ball movement.
Right. With Darvin Ham was coaching.
Yes. And I know Prante speaks on this all the time. He's correct. The spacing was outstanding that game. And the ball was spread out. The ball was moving. Now, what I don't understand is there was no time in between games. So Doc had coached the night before. He didn't coach that next day. So I don't know how Darvin Ham was able to communicate. Did he change things that fast? So those are some questions I don't know. Or it just happened the players just played that way. Because I'm not confident that Darvin Ham he's the answer either. Because all those guys sitting there, they all bother me, that whole crew. When I see any of them, I'm thinking, man.
He said they all bother me. Go ahead, Mr.
I think they're contaminated from the Doc. The Doc will contaminate all of them. And so I don't trust any of those guys, any of them, to be the head coach at this point. It's just too lethargic. It's just too many mistakes all season.
We same thing.
60 games.
Game after game. No changes. There's been no progression. How can you be regressing for 3 years? This team has been in constant descent for 3 years.
Right.
There's been no growth, no development. Players are getting worse under Doc. They're getting better.
That's
players
my
are getting worse.
Right there. When I think about the Golden State early in the season, when Ryan Rollins beat them, and that's when he got all this national attention. He played so great in that game against Golden State on that national TV game.
Right.
And everybody, that's where all this national attention came for him. Right. And he deserved it because he played that well. He was better then than he is now.
That's a fact.
How can that be?
That's a fact.
Your young players should get better and progress as the season goes on, at least a little bit. You should see some signs of progress. He's going the other direction. And unfortunately, KPJ has missed so many games with injuries, it's hard to get a feel, because I think he was just as good last year as he is this year. But, maybe his style of play won't be affected as much by Doc's terrible coaching or lack of coaching.
Right.
But it's our offensive sets that are bad. It's our spacing that's bad. It's our ball movement that's bad. It's so many things.
It is, and I just want to make sure we don't ruin players. Like I have so much faith in Ousmane Dieng. You have no clue, Mr. Cool. I feel like He has all-star upside. All-star upside, and I keep telling y'all, if we had the right coaching, people would fall in line. I would not be mad at Ousmane Dieng having more control of the basketball. He makes very smart decisions with the basketball.
Yes,
I'm not
he
disrespecting
does.
nobody else, KPJ, but with his size, his IQ, and his vision, he makes very smart decisions with the basketball to be this young. And if he could be cultivated under the right coach, he would
Right.
evolve into something
Right.
special. I just think Ousmane Dieng could be special. I'll just say that.
100% agree. I saw Giannis tonight in the fourth quarter and one of the other quarters looking off Ryan and passing it to him because he
Mm-hmm.
wanted that guy to have the ball because he believes in him. I saw that. I said, man, Giannis was looking around wide open. He did
Right.
not pass him the ball. He skipped over him. And that's fine. I got no issue with that. But it just speaks to where his mindset is, too, about how he feels about this young man. He has a great upside. And that's why I want Doc out of here before he poisons this guy.
Right.
Because that's
Right. Seriously, I'm with you 100%. When you're that young, your confidence is very fragile at that age.
That's right. That's right. You know, and that's what I want the chat to understand. I mean, Ryan Rollins, this is his first year ever starting. This guy been a journeyman as a young kid bouncing around. You know, now he's out here, got the ball in his hands all the time, expected to do a lot, and he's doing a lot. He makes a lot of mistakes as well.
Right.
So we got to be fair to him. I mean, yeah, he makes mistakes, but is he being taught anything by that numbskull coaching our team? It's just terrible.
B Shack said Dang is better than Rollins, period. Here we go.
Well, he may be.
Here we
Very well
go.
may be.
Here we go.
But we got to see, you know, he's got to handle the ball, and can he run the point or play off the ball like that where he has to handle the ball more? He's been more of a secondary guy where they're kicking it to him later and then he can attack.
Right.
You know, I don't know how he would be as primary ball handler in place of KBJ wise. If he could do it,
Right.
I got no issue with that because I like how he plays. He's smart.
I would say this. I feel like he does have a higher ceiling than Ryan Rollins.
Well, I'm sure. Look, they were drafted in the same year. He was a lottery pick, and Rollins a second round, 44th round pick. We're getting a lot for our buck out of that. You think about it in just
he
in
is
terms
a lottery
of that
pick.
alone.
Right. No, agreed. But we have to retain him, though, Mr. Cool. We need to make sure we retain Ousmane Dieng in the offseason. That needs to be a priority.
I agree. But they've got to figure all that stuff out when it's off season. But I just don't want him to get in such bad habits from this lack of organization and structure that we don't have. Guys out here just doing all kinds of. You don't know what's going to happen from play to play. you just don't know what's going to happen.
You don't. And another player that I've been looking at, he was playing smart basketball. Hey, if you guys want to see somebody play fundamentally sound basketball, please watch Pete Nance. Pete Nance does everything the right way. He's the only person on this team that screens right 99% of the time. He makes the smart basketball play almost every time. He doesn't turn the ball over. We need more of that. I think it's so much. People were saying it in the chat. We were saying it at the game. I wouldn't be mad to see what would happen with Pete Nance at the 5. Just to see what would happen. Just a random lineup. We're not getting any rebounding, any real physicality from Miles Turner. Let's just see what happened if you threw Pete Nance out there. I mean,
Miles Turner, disaster. I'm sorry. He's been a disaster. I don't know if he's injured or not, but he's been a disaster for the money that he's being paid.
A fact.
Now, if he was just a guy, he's making the same money as Sims, okay, well, then we got something. I mean, that's not, it matters how much somebody's making. If I'm going to pay you 25 to 30 million a year, well, I need the numbers to match that. At least come up somewhere close. I said in the chat earlier, he should be giving us 18, 8, and 2 or 3 blocks a game. 18 points a game, 8 rebounds a game, and 3 blocks a game. We're not even coming close to that with this guy. So, and I know one thing, the Pacers was in no hurry to sign him. And there was going to be some negotiating going on there, and that's why he jumped at the Bucks right away, getting that contract, because I don't know what the Pacers was going to do it at all.
I agree.
To pay him what he wanted. And they just came from the finals, and he's been their starter for 10 years. He's born and raised in that area as far as a basketball player.
Right.
And they were willing to let him go. There's something, a red flag right there. that we didn't even pay attention to. That we just said, oh, we got Miles Turner. So we assumed, that he's all that. Pacers were like, we fine. If he want to go, let him go.
Yeah, they didn't
They
even
didn't.
fight for him.
No, they did not. They were surprised that he left that quickly, I think. So, but the point is, I've been waiting now 60 games for something to click with this guy. And it's just not happening where he's playing consistent for us as something, whether it be knocking down shots or doing something.
Well, they're saying in the chat that they think Turner's fine, but they don't think that there's a system in place to take advantage of Turner's skill set.
Right. That may be, and I don't disagree with that, but that's where he still has to say, you know what, I'm out here getting this kind of money. I still got to bring more to the table. I'm gonna go in and fight for some rebounds. I'm gonna contest better, make a better effort blocking shots. I got to bring something to the table more because A, they're paying me, and B, we need it. If we could get that production. I can't. You're 37 years old. You've been in the league a long time. At some point, you got to figure it out yourself. When you've been in the league that long, you shouldn't have to have a script on everything.
I see where you're going, Mr. Cool. I see where you go ahead. I see what you said.
I mean, you just played the NBA Finals. You helped your team get there. You should know how to play already and know how you can add value to a team like this. And with our team, we need so much. Just do something. Give me something. Just give me a few more rebounds. I would be happy if he just did that. But as of right now, Sims brings more energy and aggressiveness than he brings to the table.
That's why I put Jeff Riley comment. He said, I've been telling y'all Sims been outplaying Miles Turnover the last 3 months. I don't know if I can go that far, but at least, but definitely recently. Jeff, you added a little sauce, but I will agree with you that for the last month for sure, Jericho Sims has been the more impactful big man out of the two.
I mean, that open court steal he got in the dunk?
Yeah.
That was, you think that Miles Turner could ever do that? Ain't no way. And it's things like that you see that I'm like, wow.
Right.
Sims brings some other elements to the game that we need. And this is why, I guess, and I'm going to wrap it up.
Okay.
This is why I'm frustrated, because I don't care what anybody says, we have enough pieces and different kind of pieces to be very, very successful with this team. I think where we're really hurting the most is a backup point guard. But we got the starter, but we don't have a backup, and that's a killer right now.
Right.
We just don't have another guy to really handle the ball. And like I said, I think tomorrow we're going to see that even really clearly how bad it is.
Because of the front court or all ball pressure from the Orlando Magic, you think will be an issue?
Yeah, man, what's his name? I forget his name right now, that light-skinned little guard.
Mm-hmm.
Man, he is amazing on ball defense. Sims won't get Rollins won't get the ball at the court on him. But this is where coaching comes into play. Because if we go back to the NBA Finals last year, and I remember how hard that Lou Dort was guarding point guard from the Pacers who's injured.
Halliburton.
So what they did was get him off the ball a little bit and let somebody else bring the ball up the court. And then once they get up the court, they give it back to Halliburton. Mm-hmm. And so they took a lot of that pressure off of him on a lot of possessions. They didn't let Halliburton bring it up against that direct pressure.
They're letting Nemhard or Siakam bring it up.
Yeah. Right. So, Coach, this is where I'm saying, Coach Doc, you got to give Rollins some help. Advance the ball to midcourt. Then get it back to him once you get in the half court set. He'll be okay. You can't have him struggling like that. You're wearing that guy down. He's not that good. He's too young. He's not that experienced. And all you're going to do is wear him down. And we really need his offense. He's one of our better scorers and one of our better shooters, especially with AJ struggling like this.
Right. And the thing with AJ Green is puzzling. He can't hit wide open threes, but he can hit contested threes. I just don't understand his shooting. It's so weird. When he just catches and shoots it, he's good. But if he's wide open, it seems like he never hits it. I don't get it with AJ Green.
Well, even with guys that are shooters, they typically have certain spots that they're good at. I don't even know what his good spot is. He's just hot wherever. Mm-hmm. And so what you want to try to do is get him to his location where he's good at shooting. And we know, especially if he's struggling. But I don't even know where that would be because he's all over the place when he shoots. He's missing them from all over the place. Wide open, like you say, he's missing them. And I don't know. I don't think he's lost his confidence. I just think that everything, again, is so disorganized that he doesn't know where he's going to shoot the ball from. Where's our sets? Where's our plays? You always talk about that. Why don't we run sets for him? And you're right. To get him open, clean look so he
Right.
gets a clean look once in a while. Look, it ain't going to happen all the time because he can't handle the ball. So he
Right.
can't create off the dribble. But we ought to have a couple of sets where he is able to get a clean look at the basket, as the Boston Celtics do with their guards. And we just do not get that ever, ever. So, but I love the way Kuzma's playing. I don't know why he got that DNP the other day. That was crazy
Yeah.
to me. I don't understand that. The guy's playing well. He
Kuzma
just,
has been one of our most solid players all year.
yeah.
To be
And
honest,
his
he
numbers
picked
have
up a
been
lot of slack that we missed with Torian Prince and his
right.
size and what he does. I think Kuzma eh, has excelled and surpassed whatever we would have got from Torian Prince, in my opinion.
And another thing about Kuzma, makes big shots. He'll make a
Yeah,
big three.
yeah.
So he's come a long way. He's fit in really well. He's a great team player. He's going to give you 100% on both ends of the floor, and he's good at locking up key players. So I like him on that floor as
Hmm.
much as possible.
And he can bring the
As much
ball
as
up as well, Mr. Cool. I'm not mad
he
at
can.
Kyle Kuzma bringing the ball up, but those are things that should be happening by default. This team looks like they fold immediately by any type of pressure. If that's from the inbounds, if that's full court, we're gonna turn the ball over because we have no type of like outlet. We don't have any plays to run it, and that should be default. You know how to break the press. As soon as you press our guards, it's over with. They fold like a chair.
I saw a couple possessions where they trapped and brought three guys at Ryan Rollins into half court. They were doing a zone trap press on us, and he didn't even know what to do. Where's our coaches?
Right,
Once you advance the ball past that, there's going to be people wide open. If three guys are on him at half court, that's three people got to be open somewhere.
right.
I just don't get it. How they don't even see that and call timeout and address that, but they don't. And maybe the other assistants, some of those assistants would if they had the authority. And maybe it's just Doc. I don't know, but that's why I don't care. He can go today. I don't care about owing him whatever we owe him. He needs to leave because I don't want that spread to our young players.
Agreed.
Because you're right, he didn't got in Cam's head already. I know Cam can score, but Doctor made it worse for the guy.
Right.
So now
Agreed.
he left Brooklyn where they doubted him. He's coming here and now he's all confused even that much more. What a guy like him needed was somebody that A, believed in him, and two, create plays so he can have a side of court to work
Get
on.
the likes up. Mr. Cool got his apron on. He is cooking. Come on now. Get the likes up. Go ahead, Mr. Cool.
And what you have to explain to him is because you are that kind of scorer, you're gonna have to give it up if they start trapping you and they're coming at you hard. Don't be afraid to get. We should teach our players give it up to get it back. And Pat Riley was big on that. Don't be afraid to give it up so you can get it back. And that's what you got to teach
Right.
Ryan Rollins. Dude, give it up sometime and get it back. You don't have
Right.
to have it in score right now. But that's just teaching. That's just instruction. That's just coaching. That's just beat that in them in practice. Constantly beat in their heads what they have to do. But that's not happening. When he told me, Doc, the other day, he said, we had a good practice, but it was short. That's all I need to know. That's why we out here looking like this. Raggedy. Nobody knows. If you don't have ball handlers, and we don't have a lot of them, there are
Correct.
very few. So you can't run your offense where it's always set up by dribbling penetration and dribble driving because you don't have those kind of guys to handle that. We don't have that type of team. Other teams do, but we don't. So you have to initiate your offense off of passes, cuts, setting screens, and do other things to get your offense started. You have to have a total different offense based on your personnel. You have to coach your personnel.
Mm-hmm. I
They
agree.
were coaching like oh well we got we just try to get it to Giannis and let him do his thing. But again, we don't want to be relying on him because you're gonna wear him out. First of all, he shouldn't have to play this hard against Utah at home. Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
It was just ugly bad, and it's not like
Yes.
they shot terrible. This should have been a 20-point win, but we played such bad basketball. We shot 50% from the free throw line. It nothing about what we do looks smooth. I would never want to replicate for another team what we do because it looks terrible. And I see y'all saying we're struggling with a tanking team and to beat Utah, who's what makes y'all think that we that good? that we could be talking
Right.
about taking teams. That's crazy to
Right.
me. Do y'all really think we're good? We're not good. If we get a win, we need to be happy, and that's what I'm saying. Because those are few and far in between. We don't have the right lineups. We don't have the right coach. We have no system. We're set up to fail. We don't
Right.
have the right or the audacity that some of y'all to be talking crazy about Utah like we somebody. We're not good.
Right.
Look at how we play basketball. Or whatever you want to call what we do on the floor. It's terrible. There's no rhythm, no continuity. I don't even know if they like each other like that. I don't see any talking anymore. I don't see any sideline conversation. This is a demoralized team. And that's why Mr. Cool is saying to get rid of Doc, which I understand. I just don't know how much can be saved at this point. But that's why this team looks terrible. On and off the floor, they look terrible. It's crazy.
But I guess can't spend. I don't want to see 20 more games of this guy coaching, because that's 20 more games of not coaching, and 20 more games of guys making the same mistakes and getting more used to making bad mistakes, where it becomes a part of who they are, instead of getting somebody in there to help correct things. He is just. I just can't get over this. I don't want to hear about his long career. I don't care about his Hall of Fame. I don't care about I don't care about any of that. I care about what's going on right now in front of me. And this is a travesty. What's happened to this team?
Real
Travesty.
talk. Real talk. I agree.
When you have the number 2 shooting 3-point team in the league and the best inside force in the league, you shouldn't be losing like this. You should that just most teams want to have one or the other. We got both things and still can't win. We got inside presence, a guy who can score nonstop in the paint, and we got outside shooters that can knock down threes all over the place. And we still losing. And not to get blown out.
Right.
And I hate to say, I don't want to rain on our little parade tonight, because I know we got to win. But if they would have had one other player that could make shots, they'd have beat us tonight.
Agreed.
One other guy. They could have had some rookie that no-name guy. They could have made some shots. They missed so many shots. They threw up so many bricks. I was like, man.
Yeah, that's really what helped us. That was literally the biggest reason we won. They shot 34%. We shot 48%. That's the biggest difference in the game. That's a huge difference in shooting.
Right. And so, and another thing about you say about tanking, these teams, even though they're tanking, the players that are out there playing, they're trying to earn a spot. So yeah, the team may be not pulling their starters and saying they're injured, but the kids that they're going to have out there playing, the young players, they're all trying to earn a spot. So they're going to come at you and play hard. Correct. Like Utah kids tonight. Them dudes out there, they were trying to compete. They just couldn't make shots. But they were competing hard and trying to win this game. 100%. They weren't laying down because they in last place. So I don't buy this notion of everybody, all these teams are tanking, because the other dudes out there are still trying to win. And we come with the lack of energy and focus that we seem to do, and certainly we come with the lack of coaching. We're subject to get beat by anybody, any day, anytime.
Facts.
Anybody.
Look at this, Mr. Cool. B-Shaq said, Doc's poor work ethic is rubbing off on this team. Wow, that's a heck of a comment. That is a heck of a comment. Heck of a comment, B-Shaq.
It's just, and so the guys don't. First of all, he don't even know what to teach, and that's why he cuts the practices short. Because I'm telling you from a reliable source I got that told me, who one of the assistant coaches complained that Doc don't like to practice. That's one of the assistant coaches who's on the staff right now, said to another guy I know who was friends with him, said that Doc don't like to practice.
Oh, it's obvious. It's obvious.
But our ownership is letting him get away with that crap. And we're getting this product out here because of that. It's ridiculous. When I heard Ron Harper said we went harder in practice than we did during the games,
right?
He said the games were easier for us. They were easier for us because we went so hard in practice. That clearly not the case here.
I think the Miami Heat. You win games with preparation, and preparation happens in practice. And obviously, we're not prepared. Like you said, we make the same mistakes. We haven't improved on one thing in 3 years.
Right. And the Miami Heat, that's been the complaint about their coach, is that he works them too hard in practice. Players that play for them will say, man, They work too hard in practice, but they've had success. And look how they've upset people in the playoffs the last 5 years. How many times they went from a seventh seed or a fifth
To the
seed all the way
final.
to the final,
Right. True.
okay, with a team that wasn't supposed to go that far. Why? Preparation, practice, teaching, reinforcing the right things over and over and over again. And they got in the playoffs and smoked us 3 years ago.
Right.
We were the number 1 seed. They were the
Fact.
number 7 seed. We got smoked by them. Why? Because they coach, demands, and we already know Spoelstra's a great coach. But that's one of the things he does. Is you don't win the games coming out today. You win the game what you do in preparation and how you prepare and how do you teach and how you scout them and know what those other teams want to do. And you try to take away their strengths. I know in the chat somebody said, why do we always play so bad in the second half? Because the other teams got better coaching that make halftime adjustments. We got dumbbell over here, this dumbbell doc that don't have no clue on making any type of halftime adjustments. I can't stand it. I just can't. I know we can wait it out to the end of the year. Just wait. I don't want to wait it out. I don't want to wait it out.
They are applauding you in the chat. Right, Mr. Cool fact. Mr. Cool is, Mr. Cool going in with nothing but pure fact. And you can't mistake it. I mean, we don't have any energy. We don't look focused. We're not prepared. It just looks like everyone's going through the motion. Somebody said it in the chat. It looked like we're in Cancun already. And it does sometimes feel that way. I'm not going to lie.
The only good thing he did tonight, Doc, is call the timeout in the first quarter when as soon as Giannis went out the game, he called a timeout because we started pissing away the lead. And he got mad. He called a timeout, I think, like with 3 minutes left. So, all right, Doc, he's mad. He's going to do something. But they come back out and it's still the same thing is going on because you don't even know how to direct the team as to what to do. Right. You can be mad that they blow in the lead, but how are you going to help them? How are you helping direct them? It's just so pathetic. I mean, the way Atlanta came back on us the last game was just kind of crazy to me.
Yeah, that was insane. That run was insane. Like, that was really bad. That was really, really bad. That was a tough loss. Definitely a tough loss. But that's the thing, though. We can do that. That can happen to us at any time. We have no system, so that can happen at any time. So, like you said, every game is different for this team. We could beat anybody, we could lose against anybody. It's just when we do get a win, I guess we need to enjoy it. Especially recently, it's been few and far in between. It's just hard to fathom watching this team and having Giannis Antetokounmpo and not having any impact in the result of the game. Giannis doesn't really impact the game. Like, that's how bad we are. That's crazy to me. That is such an indication of your coach being terrible. I don't know what is. You have a once in a generation talent and it has no impact on the game whatsoever. And this is not a knock on Giannis. This is a knock on this team. How you can have somebody averaging 30 and 10 and it doesn't really impact the bottom line. We could win if he scores 30 and 10 and we could get blown out. There is no it's just whatever. That's crazy to me. How can he not impact the game? How? Mr. Cole, how is that possible?
Because we don't demand and teach and instruct the guys to do the things they need to do to play well around him. And so we accept mediocrity. Because if you're going to let people make mistakes over and over again and say nothing about it, and then wait to the post-game interview to start talking about what we didn't do right, stupid, address it during the game. I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to hear about it right now after the game and all the things we didn't do. You out there, coach? Were you a spectator? What are you down in the chat? Just drives me nuts. He has all the answers every post game. He's got all what we got to do. Well, then, damn it, do it.
The politician.
I don't want to hear about it.
You get that microphone again. You get that microphone, and Doc, he'll rock you to sleep on the microphone. He'll rock you right on to sleep on the microphone. Tell you everything you want to hear.
We the fans should be saying what we need to do. You should be getting out there and getting it done. I don't need you to well, we need to do this, and we should have done that, and maybe we would have done. Dude, you're the head coach. Wake up. It's your job to get us to do the things you're talking about. We can't keep waiting. We waited 60 games, and we are still at square one.
Right. There's no difference. We haven't progressed at all. Ryan Rollins is making worse decisions now, like you said, than he did at the beginning of the year. Ryan Rollins led us in shot attempts. No disrespect, that should not happen with Giannis Antetokounmpo on this team, regardless of how many minutes he's playing. It's just this team is in complete chaos. This is chaos.
And so one of the things I noticed, and we talk about, get back to Rollins, is so I see the ball swung back to him, and a lot of times, because this is what Doc does, we have no second side action of any kind. So Rollins, I've seen him at the top of the key with the ball when it's swung back to him, maybe 12, 13 seconds on the clock, and there's no movement around him. It's like they expect him to just go ahead and go one-on-one. That's coaching, because your action shouldn't stop because he's got the ball. People say he's selfish. Well, that's what they put him in that position to be, is to be selfish. I think Doc had told him early on, you are our primary scorer when Giannis was out, when KP was out, KPJ was out, that your job is to score. And so he got that. He's a young kid. That's on his mind. He's like, okay, they want me to score. I got to score more. I have to put up 15, 20, 25 shots. So that's kind of his mentality, because that's what he's been taught to do. You got to rein him in now when Giannis is there as a head coach, to make sure he understands his role, what he needs to do, and be more of a facilitator. Now, he opened the game doing that tonight.
Mm-hmm.
He made a few nice passes early. He didn't shoot the ball too much later into the game, but then once he started going shooting too much and too soon. So, but those are correctable things, man. That's where your coaches come into play. They're correctable. Young players are to be taught. If you look early on at Tyrese Maxey, early in his career, he was making a lot of mistakes too.
That's true.
But they taught him. And look at this guy now, freaking stud in the league, because he's been coached well enough to get better at the things he need to get better at. But we got a dud coach, and I just don't want to see him out there no more. I don't. I would
crazy.
never. I can't go to a game because I would be throwing stuff at that guy.
It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot for the fan base. But at least he'll be stepping away at the end of the season. But I do feel like even him, he should be like, man, this is crazy. I need to step. The energy doesn't look right on the sideline. They don't look engaged. No one, like the team doesn't even look like they get along, and that's very concerning. If you look at them during timeouts, everybody looks like they're thinking about something completely different versus what's going on. I think a lot of players are ready to move on, to keep it real. That's how I feel. Versus Doc, maybe the team, I don't know. I just feel like players are ready to get this season over with. And that's the way they're playing. Like, let's just, we win, we win. If we lose, let's just get out of this season, because I think that Doc's stench on this team is really affecting them to the point where they're not even getting along. And I think like there's tension in the locker room. There's no way there's no tension in the locker room, especially with players getting erratic play, erratic minutes. Everything is erratic on this team. And if it's gonna, I guess this 20 games left is not many, but it's still, I think it would be a good shot in the arm for this team if we did get rid of Doc now, because there is still a small chance that we could make a run to get to the play-in. But I don't think, I'm not being negative when I say this, friends and family, salute the Bucks Nation. I don't think with Doc at the helm that we can make the play-in with the current like the current way this team is being used and the current way they're being coached. I don't think it's reasonable that we can make the play-in with Doc Rivers. I just can't see it. It's too much damage that's been done. I just can't. If we can, I'm happy. I'm just trying to be logical about it.
I think the question is, if we keep Doc for the rest of the season, will we be better than if he was not there? That's the question. We already know we're not going to be good if he's there. We already know this. So I'll roll the dice and say, get him the hell up out of here. Give me somebody else, or let somebody else be the voice, so the players feel like we got a different voice right now. And then we can make that person the interim coach until we decide in the offseason who we want to get as head coach. And no offense to Giannis, I don't want him to have any parts on the coaching selection. None.
I don't want him involved in anything, player personnel, coaching decisions. I just want him to focus on free throws. You don't do nothing, and you can't make no demands until you shoot 75% from the free throw line. Now let's talk about that. Then you can make some demands. But now, again, look, Mr. Cool, are you nervous about the game tomorrow against Orlando?
Yeah, I'm nervous for the reason I just said. We have nobody to bring the ball up the floor. If they're gonna let Ryan try to do that, it ain't gonna happen. They will already be prepared going in the start of the game to put that pressure on. I mean, that's the thing. The good thing about KPJ, he can beat that pressure. He
Right.
handles the ball well enough.
Yeah, I don't
Ryan
think
does not.
Rollins' handles are that strong. And this is a great comment. Jeff said that Maxey flourished after Doc left.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I
Shout
think
out to
Rollins do the same thing.
Shout out to Jeff. That's a great point. That is a great point. So okay, Jay Stizzle said no plan. We need to plan for the future. I do think that the Bucks need it, but if we make the plan, that's cool. I just don't see the way we're currently playing basketball that we deserve to be in the postseason. Not the way we're playing basketball currently. I know that the
Well,
Charlotte Hornets are struggling, but man, we look crazy the way we play basketball right now. Like it's rough. It's rough, Mister Cool. I'm not gonna hold you. It's rough watching the way we play basketball.
it's so hard for those of us that love the game. We've seen the Bucks play so much better in this last 10 years to see
Mm-hmm.
it come to this. We've seen so much good basketball, and maybe we just took that for granted when we had it.
hundred
Because
percent. I know
boy,
I did because I thought it was
yeah.
autopilot as long as we had Giannis. I just thought 50, 60 wins was autopilot.
Well, I'll tell you what else is happening with Denver. I mean, they're starting to struggle too,
Mm-hmm.
even with the big guy there, with the Joker. They're not playing all that great either lately.
Correct.
So having a superstar, you still got to have pieces around them, and you got to have a good. But more importantly, you got to have a good coach. You just have to.
Coaching is paramount for any successful team. You need coaching. You just
And he
have to.
came in and he kept saying when he first got the job, "Well, I got to evaluate the teams." So we gave you that first year. You came in with only 35, 30 games left in the season when you took over for what's his name for Griffin.
Get it.
So all right, Doc, we'll give you that. Then okay, we'll give you a pass. You didn't do that well. The team didn't do that well under you. All right, that's your first year. Now you've had two seasons here, and we're
Uh,
still going backwards.
I just want to
So
interject. He also stated that this was one of the when I was like, oh, he playing in our face. He said that he couldn't institute the offense until Chris Middleton came back. Y'all remember that when he said that? That
I
was
definitely
insane.
remember that.
That was insane, and nobody checked him for saying that was crazy. You telling me you got all these grown men on your team and they can't learn because one person is missing? You can't do anything. It's crazy that they let him get away with that. That was crazy.
Because his style is really give me some veteran guys, and we go into ISO. We just want to do a lot of isolations, and that's why he wanted Middleton. It wasn't. I wasn't putting the offense in. The offense is let Chris Middleton go ISO, dump it down to Giannis and go ISO.
Right.
That's his offense. There is no offense because he can't coach, and that's why the Clippers dumped his butt
Mm-hmm.
and gave it to their assistant coach, and they didn't skip a beat without him there.
That's true.
So he's just not good. And people have said that, and I've heard it so much in social media. The fans from Philadelphia kept telling me, "You guys are gonna find out. You're gonna find out." And he had more success there than he's had here.
Right. But they were
So
also saying that about Miles Turner too. Indiana Pacers fans were telling us about Miles Turner too, and
they
that's
were,
unfortunate.
they were, and we, as always, we fall for it. We fall for the bait every time. Man, we go, we go get the guy. And I know y'all all. I know I'm gonna make the chat, man. I know y'all love Cam Thomas. I'm not sold yet on that guy. I'm just not.
Get him, Mister Cool, get him right. He but I also think he's not being utilized effectively. Like there's a lot of this is gonna go back to how people playing is just due to coaching and rotations. You got to put people in positions to be successful. You just have to as a
All I
leader.
know is 29 NBA teams could have gotten for a second round pick, and nobody would do it. Nobody would do it.
What y'all got
So
to say about that, chat, Mister Cool?
29. So you're gonna tell me that 29 NBA teams front office don't know what they're doing? There's a reason why people did not take this guy. And sometimes I see the flashes of that, like, wait a minute, I'm not sure. Yeah, Doc is part of the problem, but I think he's got some things going on in how he plays, how he thinks, that might make it tough. Might make it tough because nobody wanted this guy. People they would have gave him away for a second round pick. Nobody took Cam Thomas.
Right.
So they just said we're gonna release him. Here, whoever wants him, come get him. You got him. And that is another red flag. I know the guy can score,
Mm-hmm.
but there's some guys that's probably playing some street ball right now in New York City that can score. So I scoring,
Yo.
scoring. There's more to the
Classic
game.
Mr. Cool today. This is
I'm
classic.
old school. I love the movie Hoosiers. That's the first thing the coach said in the movie Hoosiers. There's more to the game than scoring.
Hey, if y'all don't get the lights of Mr. Cool, this is a rare. Hey, Mr. Cool, a rare force. Salute to the living legend. Hey, we gonna spin the block tomorrow, Mr. Cool.
Yes, sir.
I don't want to say we just gonna see what happens. Every game is different with this team, but at least we're going in on a win streak.
Yeah. Against the Utah Invaders. Oh my God.
Mr. Cool,
I
this
don't
was
know.
classic. I gotta make some shorts for this. This was classic, Mr. Cool. They
Okay.
coming.
All right, my friend. Thanks.
All right,
I'll talk to you
appreciate you.
guys
All
tomorrow.
right, Ernest,
Go
see you,
Bucks.
Mr. All
Go
right,
Bucks.
Mr. Cool. Are y'all not entertained? Mr. Cool was in his bag. Are you not entertained? Oh, Mr. Cool. That's a man that's passionate about the game of basketball and also about coaching. You gotta understand that's where he's coming from. And a lot of us are coming from. We were looking to blame everyone else. We wanted to blame the players. We want to blame this and that. And at the end of the day, the person that needs to be held responsible is the coach. That is the manager. You get what I'm saying? And if the product on the floor is bad, it directly correlates with the leadership, which would be Doc, and that's also Horse. Horse need to have his foot under the fire because you've been seeing this dude coaching terribly for this long, regardless of the money. You got to tell them we can't do nothing. If your whole thing was to keep Giannis, how can you keep an inept coach at the same time? You get what I'm saying? It I'm glad the decision's being made that Doc is going to step down, but it shouldn't have taken him. He shouldn't have had control over this situation. Doc shouldn't have been able to create his exit strategy. He hasn't earned that cachet with this franchise or this team where he could write his own check. What are you've been doing nothing here but losing. How do you get to go out the way you want to? You get to have your swan song. That's crazy to me. I I just I understand he's gonna finish the season. I just don't like that someone that did nothing positive was able to write their own check. That's all I'm saying. I feel like he should have got his back kicked in, but I do understand that we will save 10 million. But at what cost and what detriment to this team will this 10 million be worth? Because like I said, Ryan Rollins playing crazy now. These rotations is crazy. I don't know how it's damaging player psyche. There's a lot to think about in these type of situations. It's a lot to think about. A lot. But before it get too late, let me get Brandon in here real quick. Go ahead, Brandon, before we get up out of here.
Um, um, I agree with the music birthdays family friends. Um, Mr. Cool had been on it point and was in his bag.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I want to hear about Doc retiring, but I want to see that should come from the point of
Mm-hmm.
the media. That's one thing I don't like
Mm-hmm.
because I want to point out that you know what we gonna finish these things now. Get Doc retiring on the Billboard tour. That would make the fan base understand that Doc is under the match draw.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Doc messed up everything for the match 3
No,
for the
I
match
agree.
3 because he hadn't changed nothing. He hadn't done nothing because started thinking that he could pocket teacher.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, I don't even know what to say about it anymore. Like, I'm just happy that he's, I guess, stepping down per se. So I'm at least happy about that. So we'll just have to see what happened. We spinning the block again tomorrow, and we'll just have to see what happened because the way we look like we playing basketball right now is crazy to me. I
I'm
don't
not
even
so
know.
good right now.
Yeah, so we're
I
gonna
can
see what
good.
happened though, Brandon. So we're gonna be playing
I don't.
Orlando tomorrow night, and we're gonna hopefully we'll get 2 wins in a row. We'll see what
So
happened.
every game more than 8 game.
It's gonna be a late game. It's gonna be the same time. So we're gonna see what happened though, Brandon. Appreciate you tapping in though.
No problem. No
All right.
problem, bro. It was about big family strength. Take one guy at a time. Take one game at a time. I think we gon' we gon' have a lot of things to talk about at the end of the season going into Aussie.
Yep,
So
agreed. All right, man.
so I holler at y'all tomorrow. I love y'all
All
and
right,
root y'all.
all right,
All right.
brother. Appreciate you, Brandon. All right, y'all. We about to get up out of here. All right, y'all. Let me check the comments. Robert Brooks said Doc has hypnotized Giannis and Horse with this hypnotic talk. Hey, bro. Hey, I keep telling y'all. Hey, Doc done rock these cats. He be rocking these cats to sleep when he be talking. They just they eating right out of his hands. It's crazy. It's actually crazy. I don't even know what to say. Yeah, it's very wild. But I appreciate y'all tapping in. I know it's getting late. We're gonna get up out of here. I appreciate everybody tapping in. This is the Bucks channel that moves the needle. If you didn't know already, comment, like, share, subscribe. If you are on this live, you are part of this community, which is known as Friends and Family, the best Bucks podcast on YouTube, the most intellectual chat on YouTube. How are you not entertained? Do you not see the passion with the logic? Shout out to Mr. Cool. Appreciate you tapping in and dropping gems as usual. So we gonna spin the block tomorrow, y'all. We gonna see, and we'll just see what happened. Hey, this game, hey, this squad is like a box of chocolate. You never know what you gonna get from game to game. Hey, hey, give me 2 more likes to get to 50 likes. What are we doing, friends and family? Let's get 2 more likes to get 50. Come on, y'all. Appreciate y'all tapping in. What up, Bleacher? Appreciate you. Yeah, we gonna see what happened tomorrow. Damn, can't even get the 2 likes. It's all good, y'all. All right, y'all. I'm Amber. This is Amber's Logic, Milwaukee Bucks trades, rumors, and news live edition, where the Bucks gotta win at home against the Utah Jazz. I don't care if it was against the Jazz. We gotta win now. Let's enjoy it until tomorrow. Gone.